she's finally here. She desperately wants even inpatient training. The problem that we were addressing in the past was with 1 year deferred.
I'm not going to give 1 year deferred. When's the last time you used marijuana? And you need to be honest with the court. 00B, State of Texas versus Caitlin Martinez. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state? For the defense?
Judith Wemmert.
All right, we're here for, and I'm sorry, are you Caitlin Martinez?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so we're here for sentencing. You entered a plea to possession of a controlled substance penalty group 1 less than 1 gram. And we were in the middle of a sentencing. And then the court had some issues and questions. And so the court wanted a TAP evaluation done and also mental health to have that done so I can know what would be the appropriate conditions for you. So state and defense, have you all had a chance to review the TAP evaluation and the mental health evaluation that was completed?
The defense has.
Yeah, Your Honor, we're training now.
Okay, all right. So want to start with, well, actually the TAP evaluation and mental health evaluation is really combined because I think all parties can see that maybe there's a mental health issue and the marijuana issue is helping with the mental health issue. But Ms. Martinez, you're not allowed to use marijuana while you're on probation. You understand? You need to speak.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so when's the last time you used marijuana? And you need to be honest with the court so I can figure out what.
3 days ago.
How long?
3 days ago.
All right, how often are you using it?
It was one of those pens.
Okay. All right, can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand. State your name for the record.
Caitlin Martinez.
All right, so Ms. Martinez, I'm looking at the DDRF and mixed screening results. And so I see that you've had some mental health issues.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So are you seeing your own doctor for that or no?
No, but I did go to the mental health so I can get a full checkup. And they said that they're going to refer me, but they haven't given me anything, but my phone numbers were changing and I wasn't able to keep, contact with them. But I have not gone back to the doctor.
All right. Do you have a stable residence?
Not really. I've been staying at my grandma's.
Okay. And where is that?
In Pearsall, Texas.
How far is Pearsall? How far is that from here?
It's 60 miles.
Okay. See, I'm looking at people who grew up in Texas all their life and they're just looking at me quizzically. So I feel fine because not knowing that and the answer to that question, because I'm not originally from Texas, but Mejia, Jordans.
I'm sorry, Judge.
How far is Pearsall from San Antonio?
Do you know which direction it is?
Okay. Daniel saved you. All right. So what we have to do is we have to figure out how to address her mental health issues, how to address the fact that she doesn't have stable housing. And obviously she's saying that the housing is not stable in Pearsall. And why is it not stable? Usually when people live with their grandmother, that's stable.
Well, she is, she got in a car accident, an 18-wheeler accident. And so she's now staying for the appointments and everything up here with her daughter, and she's legally blind. So I'm basically house sitting so that way my aunts that are my mom's younger sisters don't go over there and tear it up because they are unstable themselves.
Okay. Well, at some point you got to put yourself first. And when you're on probation, you're going to have to put yourself first because you've got to make sure you do that's required of you in support.
Correct.
Probation?
Yeah, I just wanted to refresh the memory as far as
Yes, please.
the treatment is concerned where she was living. I think we were gonna look into you guys were gonna look into that and give the court an update.
Yes.
Yeah, Uvalde was, I called their probation department and they really didn't have anything that would qualify. They use the same resources that Bear County uses as far as SATF, safety. So that they really didn't help us much. The problem with, I mean, I've known Caitlin now for at least a year and a half, and I've seen the struggles that she's had. She has, pardon me, shit for family. They just, they're no help to her. They're more of an anchor. She had problems getting to court today because no one could find the time to give her a ride, but she's finally here. She desperately wants even inpatient training. The problem that we were addressing in the past was with 1 year deferred, where could she wait in line to go to that she could complete it within 1 year? There just doesn't seem to be a whole lot of options with the 1 year deferred. And we're very grateful to the state for giving us the 1 year deferred, but we don't want to set her up for failure. I think that was the court's biggest concern because at the original sentencing hearing.
Well, just 1 second. I'm looking at here and it's possession less than a gram and there hasn't been a request for 1 year's deferred. So was it moved to an attempted or something else? Because according to the plea bargain agreement, it's possession less than a gram.
Well, if you're asking whether it's, then there's definitely for, I don't believe there's original information, for like the supervision for deferred adjudication. It's only.
I do not do 1 year's deferred adjudication. So, I mean, that's not the issue. I'm trying to figure it out. Did you all want this to be something other than possession less than a gram?
No,
No, the situation was this: the defendant was arrested, and the vehicle that she was in had narcotics and controlled substances in various places, and we were able to narrow it down to 0.62 grams because that's what she had on her person at the time. So I think it did get reduced to a state jail felony because of that.
Yes. And you all below the line, there was no specific request for a length of deferred.
Judge, all I can say is that's what I have in my notes. No fine, court costs, 1 year deferred, TAP, and 150 hours of community service.
I just handed the state a copy, well, not a copy. I just handed the state an original of what the court has as far as the plea bargain agreement. And there is nothing below the line.
I noticed that as well.
But so let's start with, I'm not going to give 1 year deferred. At the least, it will be at 2 years, or at the minimum, it's going to be 2 years deferred adjudication.
Reached out to my mother when I was in parole, that they took me in to get me on my feet. I can ask them.
All right. Do they have any criminal history?
No, they have their own delivery business for the Hot Shot Final Mile.
I don't know. That may be the best place for her. And then you're on parole. What are you on? What were you on parole for?
The same charge.
Possession?
Mm.
Was it less than a gram?
No.
How much?
I think it was 400 to 200.
Okay.
In 2013 when I got arrested.
And what were you sentenced to?
To 2 years. I did the probation, the rehab, everything until the 2019. I turned myself in and signed for 2 years.
All right. And you said you did rehab. Where did you do that at?
Uvalde.
And what type of rehab was it?
It was a inpatient rehab where it was like an 11-month program. Oh. And they said that if anybody ever relapsed, they do like a 3-month come back. And I never did that, but I signed for that 2 years, like 2 years after.
Right. Probation, do you think lifetime recovery would take her? They have lifetime recovery residential.
Your Honor, give me just a moment.
Sure.
I can actually call them. That. I'll put them one second.
And can you let them know about the mental health as well?
The mental health.
That she has mental health diagnosis,
What is the diagnosis?
bipolar, PTSD.
Okay.
And then there's the methamphetamine issue.
So the lifetime education, that's only for males. If the court will give me about 5 to 6 minutes.
Oh. All right, thank you. We're back on the record. So probation was able to find the Alpha Home, which is a good option. And that's a very good program. I'm aware of that program. When I was a defense attorney and a prosecutor, I had people being referred to that program that I wanted to be in that program. And it's a very helpful program. But all these programs are not going to do you any good if you're not working the program and being open and honest with it. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So you can thank Ms. Abrams for finding Alpha Home and putting on the thinking caps and calling people. All right. So this is what the court is going to do. Do you have any children, by the way?
Yes, I do. 4.
4? All right. What are their ages?
15, 11, 10, and my youngest turned 6 in 2 days
All right. And where are your children?
with my mother. The oldest is in Pearsall.
Okay. All right. Was Child Protective Services involved?
They've already been adopted out to my mother.
Okay. All right. So I already know what happens when children get adopted to relatives. The parent still wants to be the parent, but you should know, and I'm sure your attorney probably told you, that if you cause confusion and if you violate whatever orders were in place without going to court to maybe change those orders, your mother could lose custody of your children. Then they'll end up in foster care and they may end up with being adopted by someone they don't know. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Are you employed?
I've been working in Divine, like helping out the past 3 days.
Helping out doing what?
Remodel it's a bar room, but they have a restaurant as well. And they're just remodeling for the bar to open up soon, but like in a few months. But it's a Sunny's restaurant in Divine. And then they have like a bar opening up that I'm just helping out remodel. That's why I stopped smoking weed 3 days ago.
Okay. And you know, if you're on probation in this court, I'm not going to allow you to work at a bar.
Correct.
And felony drug court is not going to allow you to work at a bar.
Correct. There's a restaurant though that I was working like that I was gonna work for it, but they said if I could, since I don't want to be around people, they said I can just help out remodel and paint and
Okay. All right. So I'm going to sentence you to 3 years deferred adjudication. There is a $0 fine. Taking consideration 2022 CR 1799B as in boy. There's $57 restitution to the Bexar County lab for drug testing. I'm going to want a referral to felony drug court, a referral to Alpha Home. There's 150 hours of community service restitution. 40 of those hours will be waived if you provide proof of the COVID vaccination. I'm not requiring you to get the COVID vaccination, but if you do or you have, just present it and 40 of those hours will be waived. I'm going to want parenting classes. And once you complete those parenting classes, the remaining of the community service hours will be waived. There is going to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person. We're going to do random UAs, field visits 2 times per month. I'm going to want 90 sober meetings in 90 days. A referral to Center for Healthcare Services. Proof of employment within 30 days. There's to be no employment as a home healthcare provider or with minors. And no employment with any establishment where their main source of profit is the sale of alcohol. All right. So if you're working at a restaurant and people order alcohol, that's okay. But if it's like an ice house, a bar, or anything of that nature, you can't do it. And there's to be no unsupervised contact with minors. And probation, if she's going to have contact with minors, like for example, her children, then we need to see who the chaperone is going to be. So what that means, if you're planning on visiting your children, because I've done CPS cases and I know even though you tell clients not to do it, they do it. There needs to be an approval from probation saying that you can do it, and there needs to be a suitable chaperone. So if for some reason your mom says, oh, you're doing great, I'm going to let you with the children, and she tells you, I need to go to the grocery store, or there's someplace I need to run, just stay here for a moment, you need to tell her you're not allowed to do that. You understand? Now, once you have proven yourself and you have a track record, the court may change that. But for now, those are the rules. You understand? Probation, does she need anything else?
No, Your Honor, I did want to point out that we did get additional information. The alcohol wait time currently is 4 to 6 weeks.
Okay.
And she will be out of custody during that time. We will have Ms. Martinez contact the alcohol weekly to see if there's any availability before that time.
All right. Defendant to contact Alpha Home weekly for bed availability. And you're out on bond. So what that means is you need to make sure that you have correct phone numbers where people can reach you, because felony drug court is going to set up an appointment for you, and they're going to set up it fairly quickly. It's Tuesday. If we're able to get that to them today, they'll probably be able to set up an appointment for you this week. So make sure you're available, because what I really don't like to see is when I get a report from felony drug court saying we reached out to them like 5 times and they haven't returned phone calls. Because then what will end up happening is the warrant will be issued. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Probation, anything else she needs?
No.
All right. Is there anything else you need from the court that I haven't given you that will help you be successful in this probation?
No, ma'am.
You sure?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. In this court, communication is key. If there is some sort of issue that you need help with, let your probation officer know. If you feel like probation is not being responsive to what you're asking for, you can come to court. Ms. Wimmert, I think will tell you, we're here from 9 to hopefully not 6, but we're here from 9 to 5.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. I'm showing you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. I think I gave you one last
I
time.
think you did too.
All right. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. It's calling 2024 CR 1943, State of Texas versus Isaac Chavez. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Jason Muirhead, Your Honor.
Defense.
Doug Campbell from Mr. Chavez.
And are you Isaac Chavez?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. State, have you had a chance to review defense's motion to set bond?
I haven't, but he brought it to my attention and I'm aware of it.
All right. And state, are you ready to proceed?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Defense.
Judge, I'll call Mr. Chavez.
All right, can you raise your right hand for me? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Isaac Chavez.
Isaac,
Defense, you have direct.
thank you. Isaac, where do you work?
I work at a restaurant called Willie's on 1604.
And how much do you make an hour?
I work off tips, but I would say roughly $18 an hour.
And you're here today because you want to turn yourself in.
Excuse me, just a second. Guys, we're on the record. There's a sign. What does that sign say right below you?
Oh, sorry. Judge.
Yes. All right, we're back on the record.
Thank you, Judge. You're here today because you understand you have a motion to revoke in this court. Is that correct?
Correct.
And it's because of some things that you did outside of court, and you'd like an opportunity to address those out in the world.
Yes.
Do you think you can afford a $15,000 bond?
No, not at the moment.
Why not?
Just wouldn't fit the budget, like my family and everything.
And to be fair, it looks like you've got an evading arrest with a vehicle that's coming up in this court. Is that correct?
Correct.
Do you believe that you're guilty of that?
No, I do not.
You also have a DWI in County Court 14. You understand that part of your program here for the deferred adjudication is that you're not supposed to be drinking, right?
I do.
And what steps are you going to take so that you don't drink alcohol if the court were to give you a bond?
All right, just a moment. Let,
Sir, you had a bond on this previous case that you're on probation for, is that correct? You had a bond of $10,000 previously?
No.
You don't recall that?
No, I never had a bond.
You pled to this case, right? That's your, previously you had a bond on that case.
Wait,
No.
yes.
Okay, and did you make bond?
No, because I had two bonds. I had remanded without a bond,
Mhm.
and then I have
They were misinformed there, but the fact is, you have family here in San Antonio?
yes.
And mother, father?
I'm in contact with my mom.
Okay, but you do have other family members that live here in San Antonio?
Yes.
And have you spoken with them about any type of bonds that you could possibly make?
Yeah.
And are they going to be helping you with that?
They said they could try what they can.
No further questions, Joe.
oh, anything else? All right, I just have a few questions related to the bond. Mr. Chavez,
So
have you ever received any type of mental health diagnosis for any
no,
mental health issues?
No.
Have you ever seen a psychiatrist?
No.
With regards to drug use, and I'm going to talk to you about drug use before you were placed on probation for legal reasons. So, before you were placed on probation for this case, had you ever used drugs or alcohol before?
yes, when I was 16,
All right. And what were you using when you were 16?
just marijuana.
Okay. All right. So, defense, what are you requesting in a bond amount?
We're asking for $1,000, Judge.
All right. State, what are you requesting?
State's requesting the previous bond was at 10,000, we're requesting 15,000.
All right. This is what the court is going to do. And I don't accept any of the allegations in the motion as true, but the court is aware based upon questions that you have an evading arrest and you have a DWI that's pending. The court is going to set your bond at $8,000. And I'm going to order full GPS. And I think the full GPS will take care of any concerns or issues. I'll ask that the fees be waived. Are there any no context orders that are needed, state?
I don't believe so, Your Honor.
And the court will note for the record that the defendant is currently on probation with the court, so the court is aware of any type of conditions that would need to be set on this bond. All right, that will be your bond, and we need a court date for this, Ms. Ferguson. It's 2024 CR 1943. And counsel, are you on the DWI as well as the evading?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. All right, it's going to be August 20th. And we'll set it as a contestant, but we'll see if you have all your discovery.
Judge Stephanie Boyd faced a difficult sentencing decision involving Caitlin Martinez, a woman struggling with drug addiction, mental health issues, unstable housing, and the loss of custody of her 4 children. During the hearing, Caitlin admitted she had used marijuana just 3 days before court and openly discussed her battles with bipolar disorder and PTSD. Rather than sending her straight to prison, Judge Boyd focused on giving her one final opportunity to rebuild her life. The judge ordered 3 years of deferred probation with strict conditions, including sober living at Alpha Home, 90 recovery meetings in 90 days, drug court participation, parenting classes, community service, random drug testing, and regular supervision. She also warned Caitlin that any violation could permanently destroy her chances of reconnecting with her children. In the end, Judge Boyd made it clear that the courtroom wasn't just about punishment. It was about accountability, recovery, and giving someone one last chance to change before it's too late.